Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Breadmower,
and this is
IFXtra.
IFXtra. So, how is everybody this week? We've got beautiful autumn weather here. All the leaves are coming down. You can like trudge through them and make a noise. It's cool. But we've been busy here. What have you been up to this week?
Just before I get to that, just you say, because like, ooh, autumn and stuff. I'm like, yeah, autumn's really nice, and all the oh no, wait, hang on. That means the clocks are going back
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah, they are.
So I'll say this now and get it out of the way.
Okay.
Right, we're in the UK. Our clocks go back tomorrow. If you're in a country that isn't putting your clocks back yet, then we will appear to be later by an hour with everything. So if you're watching streams, etc., stuff that normally happens at, I don't know, 2 p.m. will be at 3 p.m. for you until you then catch up. So in the US, I think it's just 1 week.
Yeah.
Obviously, if
change their
you're
clocks.
if you're somewhere that doesn't do daylight savings time, Indonesia, for example, then obviously we change for like 6 months until March.
Wow.
As ever, the timings you see on the front page of the website and the app and the Twitch schedule and the stuff on Discord is all correct. So if you're ever not sure, just check one of those. But yeah, autumn is awesome. Times changing is very confusing. Anyway, but yes. So aside from that, I've done some app stuff. Yeah. I've been saying for a while we needed to do. Google's pushing us into doing an app update to replace like a component or blah blah blah. Details aren't important, and the deadline was the end of the month. It's done. So
That's Monday,
finally,
the end of the month, Halloween.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's a good thing for us, for me mostly, because otherwise they were like going to cut off some stuff and all this and blah 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 blah. But there are some little updates in there, mostly sort of performance improvements, small bug fixes and things like that. One interesting change, though, we list recently active forums on the front page now, like we do on the website. Got that in the app as well. So that is going out for Android at the moment. I haven't built it for iOS yet because I'll be honest with you, I haven't plugged the Mac back in since we moved all the Office stuff around. So I got to do that. But yeah, next few days. And then we need to decide what we're doing next. Yeah. I mean, this whole big thing for maybe a dedicated discussion 1 week, but yeah, we need to start thinking about the next version of interference because, like, I don't know. I think I'm just doing this forever, really. So let's do another update, I guess. No, what I really want to do is simplify things down because the last time we did a big update, we did the website and then we took some of the web stuff and used that in the mobile app because it's sort of, without going into the details, it's powered by web stuff. And so that simplified things down because we had web, Windows app, that is, iPhone, iPad, iOS, Android, and it collapsed down the iPhone and Android stuff into one version that was related to the web version, but they still have some separate bits. So I kind of got things down to like 3. And I realize in hindsight it's a mistake because then I still need to do updates on the Windows app, which is getting really left behind now because I just don't have the resources to juggle like 3 versions. What I should have done is gone the other way. We should have had the web version as a separate thing and then try and squish everything else down into one version. So Android, iOS, Windows, and I mean maybe new things. We keep mentioning Steam. That could happen. So basically have a web-based version and an app-based version, just 2. Life is simple. This is the future.
Sounds good.
So that's the plan for after this, because I know a lot of the time people are like, oh, could you add in this thing, or I found a little bug, and I'm like, yeah, and then I just like go and fix it like that day. I'm stopping doing that now, unless there's some sort of critical thing that needs fixing. I'm just going to be doing new version as requests and bug fixes and things come in. If it's not a critical thing, I'm going to leave it and it's going to go into the next version.
Cool.
And then it's going to reduce my workload massively, and it's going to make things more sustainable, etc., etc. Because the less time we're having to spend on things, the less we need to make back in from it. Or wherever, the less money we lose. Let's be realistic. So yeah, that's the plan. So interestingly, I had a very small tinker around with this. I've written the very first part of code of the new website. Not much, just a little test thing in a new system, which I think is going to make stuff easier. But yeah, I wrote some code. So just to try and sync up the version numbers and everything, this is going to be version 7. Because, you know, 7s are cool. So yeah, I've written the first line of code for Interference Web version 7. So exciting times. We'll talk more about it as things come along, but a lot of the stuff that people are asking for, I'm going to try and get in. The things that are like, you know, sensible ideas that we're not deliberately not doing. But, you know, like I know everyone's like, oh, dark theme, we need the dark theme back on the website because it disappeared in version 3. When's it coming back? Yeah, I'll bring back things like that. Anyway, it'll be interesting. And it will make my life a lot easier, hopefully.
Okay, now we're going to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Heraclium. Now, this is an art start game, so there's no prompt. They seem to have drawn Rambo getting ready to draw something. He's really serious about this. Well done, Heraclium.
My favourite description this week is Pumpkinhead Politician Proffers to Purchase Pingu's Property by Genbles. Now, you know me, I do love a good bit of alliteration, and that's a positively perfect piece of prose. Noot. I mean, nice work, Genbles.
Community pick of the week this week is also Heraclium, for King Charles III and Danny DeVito merged together. That is brilliant. I just love the way that Danny DeVito looks very good as a king. It's amazing. And all the medals and everything perfect. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to go and see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said, what's the last concert or show you went to? For us, it was like Professor Brian Cox, wasn't it? A couple of months ago, yeah. It got a massive, arena with like 10,000 people in, all wanting to hear about science and black holes.
It was really interesting. And basically, this was a thing we went to. Well, it was Mr. Tapestry's idea, actually. He spotted it and said, oh, hey, shall we, like, the 4 of us go? It was cool. It was hardcore nerdy. Like, it was like
hardcore
serious, like it was big science nerd stuff. Mr. Tapestry and I are big science nerds, and but like you found it really interesting as well, because it
graphics were amazing.
Like it explained stuff about like how black holes work, Penrose maps and things like that. It's like really fascinating. But it made me feel better about the potential future of society and the world, because it was rammed, like, and it was like I say, it was like really heavy thing.
Absolutely.
But there were loads of people there excited for it, and so it makes you think maybe people are still interested in learning things. So you know that was quite nice, but it was really cool. I think that's still on tour, actually. Just like if anyone gets a chance to see it, it's the Brian Cox Horizons tour. It was really cool.
So now I'm censored. I took my mum to a musical called Wicked. It's a comedy musical about the witches of Oz when they were young. Then growing up, it was a good show. I've heard of Wicked, but I've never seen it. I
did some work somewhere in London somewhere. Where was I? It was near Microsoft's Victoria offices. But anyway, the point was, I used to walk past the theatre where this was on. So I've never seen it, but I remember all of like all the hoarding and branding and stuff. Yeah. And now you joined a choir just before lockdown happened, didn't you? And because they sung Gravity. Yeah.
I sang that. I know one of the songs. That's
yeah. But you never got to sing it yourself, did you?
No,
which is a shame.
No.
But yeah, it's meant to be really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Karen said I went with a friend to see Back to the Future musical recently in London. I didn't even know there was a musical of it. It was surprisingly good for a story that didn't originally have songs, and there were some proper catchy ones. I would recommend it. That's cool.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I didn't know there was a Back to the Future musical. I know there was a, what do they call that thing? Like secret cinema? It? They did a secret cinema thing of Back to the Future, which is where you get tickets for it. Yeah, you go to like a secret location. This is like happening in London. And they show a film, but it's also like what would you call it? Like an immersive experience. Like there's
that's
all
it.
people, like it's all kitted out to look like the film, and there's people there in character and stuff. Sounds really interesting. But yeah, Ganondorf says, if we're counting musicals, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I saw Little Shop of Horrors last night. Back in 2010, we were going to see it, but it was on the day sorry, time. Back in 2020, we were going to see it, but it was on the day everything got cancelled due to the pandemic. Oh, I feel
we had one of those. Yeah,
we were going to go to see Book of Mormon for my birthday.
Seen it. Yeah, still haven't seen it.
We were going on the Friday, and then Tuesday was when the lockdown started, so we missed it by 4 days. We'll get down there eventually. It'll be fine. Yeah. Anyway, point is, as such, seeing it now was more than seeing a good show. It was an act of closure. Yeah,
End of pandemic,
exactly. Yeah. All things considered, I think Don't Feed the Plants was a great ending, both for the musical and for when we consider the wider context of the world around us. Just don't feed them, y'all. That's how we got a pandemic in the first place. Anyway, outside of musicals, the last concert I saw was Tool, which was also great.
They're quite heavy metal, aren't they?
Yeah. I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors. No, I've seen a bit of the film version. I know sort of the vague gist of it.
Not too much about it.
Yeah, we should go see that sometime. Cool. Maybe.
Okay, now we're going to go and see what we'll be talking about next week in the forums. It's that time of year again, so we're revisiting this question. What's the best Halloween costume that you've ever had? I think my favourite still was when I dressed up like someone from Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It was awesome Edwardian dress, covered in blood. Loved it.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Okay, don't forget tomorrow night is Zeitgeist Quiz Night, 7 o'clock. There'll be 5 rounds of 5 different topics. Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK time over on twitch.tv/interference run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Bonner here picks 5 of her favourite drawings from Interference and uses them as inspiration for the round. So say if we had a drawing of a seagull, we might have a round on seabirds, seaside resorts, things with wings, things that steal your chips. And then we'll have some questions on that. We won't know what the topics are until the night. I say we. I don't know anything. I just show up and see what happens. B does all of the work. So it's a surprise for me too. But we'll have to try and guess what they are from the drawings. But you like to give us a little tease, don't you, of the featured artists. So who have we got this week?
This week we've got Heraklium, we've got MCSC, we've got Soda Animates, we've got Pavel Doglopolov and Susie. I presume that's Susie. Okay. It's like Suzette to me, but Susie.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Like JZ.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you'd like to find out which drawings are being featured, you'll have to tune in tomorrow at 7 PM at UK on twitch.tv/interference. And remember, if you're not in an area that's putting your clocks back, it might be an hour later than it normally appears to be.
So people might turn up early, but they won't be late. So that's cool. Then they won't miss it at least. Like when it's the other way.
This is the better way round, isn't it? If you're not sure, as I say, check the front page of Interference or Discord. If you follow the Twitch channel, you get notifications when we go live. Like press the follow button, press the bell, all this. You know how Twitch works. It's all cool.
Would you like to know who won last Sunday?
Yes, go on.
Okay, it was Darth with 241. Second was Mappy with 215. And third were El Guapo and Goose with 191. All pretty close at the top there.
Okay, yeah, a little tie for third there. Very nice.
And then on Thursday, we do Zeitgeist 20 questions, 1 topic, and we had comedy. Guess who won that?
Go on.
Darth. Darth won with 186, and Bus Stop TV was second with 181, and third again were Ginny Pond and Grinning Goose with 180. So that was also pretty close to the top. Yeah, quite exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really tight. So basically, they all got 18 out of 20 right, and the difference was just the bonus point. You get bonus point if you're the fastest correct answer.
Exactly.
So it was just that spreading them out. Really tight. Excellent. Okay, so that was Thursday gone. What's happening next Thursday?
Next Thursday, we have the topic of world food.
Ooh,
and an awesome drawing by Picnic.
I thought, well, that's appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. I like it. I know about food.
Good.
I like eating food. Okay. I'm currently trying to eat less food, as you might have noticed. It's working. Okay, right. Food.
I think you'll enjoy
Sounds
it.
fun. Be educational, if nothing else.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all the news for now. So it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in your app store and download the app for your phone, tablet, computer, whatever. It's all good. You can also get social with us. So we're on Twitter at PlayIFX, Facebook at PlayInterference, and patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building apps, adding in new game modes, running the quiz, all of these cool things that we like doing for you. We got like more stuff planned. I want to do more interactive shows because they're really cool. We really appreciate your support. In return, you get support Station Interference. So you get things like the new game modes, Art Start, Recall, all that kind of stuff. And if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
And that's really cool. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next week.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.